Hi guys, this is Victoria. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be what I eat video. This time we are focusing on my freezer. I'm trying to eat some of the things that I'm currently storing in the freezer because it is pretty full. So if I wanted to get anything new to put in my freezer or save any food that I cannot eat at the moment but I would like to freeze for later, I wouldn't be able to. So I would like to check what's in my freezer with you guys and get inspired to make some meals from out of it. In this video you are going to see 3 main courses or 3 lunch/dinner type of meals and a few breakfasts that I created in the past week based on the ingredients that I had frozen in my freezer. I hope this helps you to get inspired, to see what things you can actually freeze and to see what you can make out of the things that you might already have frozen in your freezer. I'm also using up some items from the fridge that I had laying around, trying to focus on using up what would go bad otherwise soon. So tackling, as usual, food waste. That's one of the focuses of this video, and I hope that you enjoy this kind of content. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any meal ideas that I could do with the things that I have in my freezer, which I'm going to show you in a moment. This is just the first episode of this freezer clear out, because obviously I couldn't use up everything from the freezer in just a few days. So let's check what's in the freezer and then make some meals, shall we? So let's do an inventory first. What do we have in the freezer? We have some spinach, like fresh spinach which was frozen. We have this box full with veggie scraps for a veggie broth. We have some thyme frozen, fresh frozen thyme. We have peas, a lot of peas. We have some, this is celery stems. This is more celery, I think. This box of veggies, this box makes an appearance in my videos time and time again, and it's still not empty. I have parsnip frozen. I have green beans frozen. I have zucchini, grated zucchini frozen. Next we have tomato puree frozen. Yeah, I really should label things. This, I believe, is pesto. Maybe I can have this for lunch. This is vegetable broth from the last time that I made vegetable broth. I have bread and more bread. So yeah, bread I have. Then in here I have some cakes that I froze. Just olive oil with some herbs. I have, this is a paprika butter mix for a shrimp pasta recipe. I have edamame and I have cream spinach that I can make. It's like a vegetable cream soup. Well, it's not really a soup because it's thicker, but yeah. And here I have the sweets. So I have frozen strawberries. This is frozen sour cherry. I have more frozen strawberries. I have frozen coconut milk. I have frozen blueberries. I have frozen mango down there. I have walnuts. This is also mango. And this, I believe, is also mango. And I have one ice cream there and another one here. I really should finish this. There is barely anything left. And there is another ice cream. And here I have frozen bananas. So this is how the freezer looks like. What about the fridge? Well, I have a fresh lettuce. I have some clementines. I have lemon. I have onion. I have some blueberries. I have some sprouts. I have a few carrots and a quarter or 1/3 of a paprika in there. I have this sauce that I made for a meal last week. I have some yogurt, milk, spring onion, a tonic water, and orange juice. And this was a meal that I made last week, but I think I have to throw out, unfortunately. So there is not much in the fridge actually. And yeah, the usual alcohol things. And tahini and mustard and dried tomatoes. So for lunch today, I'm going to thaw this one. This I believe is dried tomato pesto that I made a few weeks ago. And I have some fresh tomatoes that I will also incorporate, and I will make just a pasta. So here is the lunch with the pesto pasta, some fresh tomatoes and nutritional yeast as topping. For dinner, I'm going to put together a quick fried rice, vegan version. I am just roasting some cashews for protein, because unfortunately the tofu that I had in the fridge got moldy, so that is going in the trash, unfortunately. Like this past week with food waste, I wasn't so great, unfortunately, because I was eating out too much. I already cooked the rice with a little bit of quinoa. The quinoa is there also to boost the protein content of the meal. Then see, it's already roasting, so it's almost ready to go. I'm going to add, I have 2 half onions. I might not add all of it, but I also have these 2 pieces of spring onion. I had this half paprika in the fridge, and this much carrot, or this many carrots. I have some frozen peas, and I also am going to finally finish this box of random frozen vegetables. And yeah, some sauces, tamari soy sauce, sesame oil, green curry paste. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna mix it together to a fried rice. Here you go, the finished product. As you can see, it's quite a lot, so I'm pretty sure I can eat this at least twice. So for tomorrow lunch, I also have something to eat. You can see the ingredients inside, the peas, the rice, the quinoa, the cashews. This is a real using up things that are leftover dish, and it actually also tastes good. And I'm gonna link the recipe down below. This is obviously not following exactly the recipe, but it's very close. Good morning. For breakfast, I'm having yogurt, my homemade granola, and that blueberries that were in the freezer. I am just about to start making dinner, so I need this cream spinach. This is already thawed out. I have the buns here. I have cooking cream and milk, salt and pepper, some eggs that I will just hard boil, and then they will be a topping on the spinach cream thing that I'm creating. And then I need some onion and garlic. I'm going to put the English recipe down below in the description. So first I'm just gonna get it going, the onions by themselves a little bit until they get translucent, and then I will put the garlic on it, just gonna get it a little bit fragrant with the onion, and then I'm gonna add the spinach on top. While this is happening, I actually put the little bread into water, and that one is gonna go in as well after the spinach. Of course, you have to remove the water water before you add it in here, before you add the bread in here. Okay, it's starting to get a bit of color, so it's time to add the garlic. Not let the garlic to burn, or any of this, because when the garlic starts to brown, then the flavor is gonna start to get bad as well. So just to make it a bit fragrant. Okay, I'm gonna add the spinach. Maybe I didn't choose the best technique for this. It got really thawed out. At the same time, I should start... Oh, and some of it is still frozen. Okay, no, not a problem. At the same time, I should start boiling the eggs. Hard-boiled eggs, so I'm just gonna put that on. I'm gonna boil all 4 eggs at once. And then it says that I should add, well, this is still frozen, so I'm just gonna wait for this to melt. And then add the bread, which I'm not sure if the amount that I have is sufficient. I think I might need less, but we'll see. All right, I'm going to start adding in the bread. In chunks, but first I need to remove the water as much as possible, and then just add them in chunks. So the consistency of this could be very different depending on your preference. My mom likes to have these chunks in it, but you can also just blend it into creamy consistency. I'm going to add the eggs. And then in here, I'm going to add now half of this cooking cream, which is 1 deciliter, so 100 milliliters. Okay, so this one is going to be blended now. I'm going to put some salt and pepper in it now, and then blend. And hope that not everything will be green after this process. So now we're just gonna boil this. I didn't make it completely creamy, I didn't blend it completely, but now I'm just gonna add some milk and some water to make it a bit of creamier consistency and less sticky. It has a very vibrant green color. Perfect spring meal. So I'm just gonna wait for this to boil. I'm gonna try it and see if it needs any flavoring, but normally with the spinach and the garlic this should taste like quite garlicky. Maybe I will add a little bit of water. It's still quite sticky, and you can feel a lot of the bread. So I'm just gonna add some water, maybe some salt. And I could even imagine adding some garlic at this point if you like that taste. So this is it. I'm just gonna turn it off because now it has boiled. So this is how it looks when it's served, and you can eat it with some bread on the side. And it's a respectfully healthy meal. Third day morning, I made porridge with the frozen sour sherry that I had in the freezer and my usual coffee. Yesterday I made sour sherry pie with the puff pastry that I got from Eurospar with Too Good To Go, and basically it has the frozen sour sherry that I had in the freezer, and I just put some coconut sugar and the cinnamon on top. I cooked it a little bit on the stove, and then I baked everything together in the oven in 20 minutes. Morning of day 5, we are back to eating granola with yogurt, and I defrosted some of the mango which was in the freezer. I am making wraps to take today because I have a seminar. I had it yesterday as well, the whole day, and today the whole day, so I'm taking lunch with me and I'm making wraps. So I have all the ingredients here. Whole wheat flour tortillas, I have 1 ham left over, maybe 2. Hummus and these vegetables. So let's make the ham, shall we? So this is how they look like. This one opened up a little. Yeah, I'm taking these, and yesterday I actually had one for lunch and then I had the other one at home for dinner, and let's see if today I will eat both for lunch or lunch and I don't know. We'll see. I just like to have enough because I'm gonna spend 8 hours there. On Saturday morning I am eating the rest of this yogurt with granola and some strawberries that I thawed from the freezer, and the usual coffee. Thank you guys for tagging along for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please press the like button, and if you would like to see similar content from me, then subscribe to the channel. I am also happy to receive, as I said before, your recommendations and recipes of what I can make with the things that I have in my freezer. I hope that you liked the ideas that I brought to you this week, and this video is going to have a continuation, a second episode, maybe a third one, where I'm going to show you more meals that I have made or I am making from the things from my fridge and freezer. Hope that you will join for me the next time. Until then, bye bye!